Hello, America, and to our friends around the world, greetings. Welcome back to March is Women's Month. We have two mothers, unless time permitting, I get the third one in. These American women that claim to be mothers are anything but. Autumn Harper is the Louisiana mom who beat an 8-month-old son to death, leaving child with multiple broken bones. Autumn Hano Harper been arrested, charged with first-degree murder in the death of her 8-month-old son. The boy was taken to a hospital in the middle of March. Lots of broken bones. Anyway, it goes into the detail of how he was rushed to the hospital, and they recognized the severity of his injuries, and they moved him to Children's Hospital, as was covered in the other report out of, I believe it was California, the Santa Ana, the Orange County Children's Hospital, and I've remarked about um, my experiences with a different one. Anyway, not to take away from the seriousness of this one. March 17, he was pronounced dead. Harper reportedly gave a voluntary statement to investigators that implicated her in the child's death. Franklinton Police Chief Justin Brown described the case as absolutely heartbreaking, tragic event that will have a long-lasting effect on all involved. She's currently being held without bond. And this is as the whole reason I'm profiling these is number one, because somebody thought it would be a good idea to celebrate women. Because why not celebrate such a violent and evil group for an entire month? The other reason is they are the majority of the population, yet they're treated as a minority. They get all of the interventions, all of the benefits, all of the privileges without addressing these issues. There's a big push to end prisons for women. And you take each and every one of these stories. That's why I keep including the links to the reports in the description area for you so that you can print them or save them, however, whatever it takes. Send them to your local representative and ask them, especially if you live in these areas, such as Orange County, or in this case, Louisiana, or as I'm about to finish up here with, in Texas. 31-year-old mother Morgan Ottiger facing criminal charges related to the tragic death of her 1-year-old daughter, Cora. Toddler was reportedly run over in a trailer park in Harris County, Texas, attributing her abrupt death to a lack of care. The DA, Sean Teare, expressed sorrow standing over that little girl, knowing that she was killed by the people that were tasked with taking care of her. It's so unfair. It's a completely preventable tragic outcome. Authorities report that Cora was in a car with her mother parked outside their trailer park, um, just middle of the day when the incident occurred. Ottinger allegedly dozed off, allowing the toddler to exit the vehicle and wander onto the lot. The boyfriend was just arriving at the home when the girl had exited the car. He is accused of hitting the toddler as he pulled into the driveway. What a horrible and tragic thing for everybody involved. Something that could have been prevented had the woman not been asleep at the vehicle. Should never have happened. Can't explain. How did it happen? We have people that just are not taking care of their child like they should. Investigators reported that both of the adults did not dial 911 after the child was struck suggests that the woman, or no, that the man might have been under the influence during the incident, but has not been charged in relation. I fully suspect the mother is under the influence because it's the middle of the day and she's falling asleep. In my experience, drug addicts fall asleep after they've been up for several days to a week. And I hope that somebody has taken the opportunity to have screened her and tested her while in custody, because I am willing to bet she's she's full of things. She's currently facing a charge of reckless serious bodily injury to a child, and see, 2 warrants from the county were for unauthorized use of the vehicle. Okay, I'm not certain. Yeah, I'm not sure about what that deals with, but anyway, it's tragic. So here's 2 children who are no longer with us because of neglectful mothers. Let's pop over to Florida. 10-year-old boy dies weeks after allegedly suffering unimaginable abuse from mom and the boyfriend. A beloved 10-year-old boy who touched the hearts of many. The Tavares Police Department in Florida wrote in a Facebook post announcing Mr. Young Master Williams' death. 10-year-old boy, Florida, has died after allegedly suffering unimaginable abuse at the hands of his mother. Saturday, March 22, Tavares police confirmed that Xavier, a beloved 10-year-old boy, had died. With profound sorrow, the Tavares Police Department announces the tragic passing innocent child's life, marked by unspeakable suffering, and his loss has deeply shaken our community and everyone involved in this case. I'm going to just skip across some of these things, not as a disservice to Master Williams, but to get to I believe it's the GoFundMe at the end of the article that they cite. We remain steadfast, commitment to securing justice, ensuring accountability, thoughts and heartfelt condolences. Spokesperson told People magazine. A GoFundMe. So I have the archived link for the story as well as the headline in the description. Use that to locate the GoFundMe. Will help with raising funds for his, his end of life services, whether it's burial, cremation. I'm not certain. I don't know. As I've said prior, anyone who's dealt with the loss of a child, these things hit a little bit harder. Whether it's a youth, what they call it, a U18, under 18, or an adult child, it doesn't matter. These things impact you in a severe way when you do everything you can to take care of your child, and then monsters such as these women just don't have any regard to the blessings that they have in their life. I believe it says in the article that they've raised about $12,000 at the time that they published it, maybe 13,000. But regardless, funerals are expensive, and here it is. His family, they want everybody that is able to, that if they attend, to wear blue, because blue is his favorite color. There's other hyperlinks to the police department also, in addition to the GoFundMe. If you're able to go, show your support. Awesome. If you're able to do it, and you live across the, somewhere else around the world, wear blue. I don't know. Whatever you feel called to do. These things are tragic. These things are 100% preventable. Here's the third one that I had alluded to at the beginning. This one I'm including in particular to highlight what is often not reported, and that is when you come across these things about, oh, divorces are up and they're initiated because by women because it's obvious that it's something that men are failing to do or are instigating a reason to cause this woman to initiate divorce. No, that is a lie. All one needs to do is look at the statistics of couples who are married, whether it's heterosexual couples, same sex couples, and what the percentages are of the filings. What you're going to find is that lesbian couples outpace any other demographic for divorce, for domestic violence, for child abuse, every single time. That's the reason that you need to take these reports. If I'm calling out your jurisdiction, whether it's Orange County or Florida or Texas, or in this case, Hawaii, you need to print these stories out and submit them and demand your legislature do something. These women are getting off. They're getting off on the notoriety, that way, but they're also being allowed to get off in terms of not being held accountable, no matter what any of these reports claim. Mom and partner face horrifying abuse allegations involving sticks and paddles after 3-year-old dies. Janae Perez is on the left, and the girlfriend or wife or whatever is pictured on the right, and the one on the right is Ashleigh Utley or Utley, I'm not certain. It goes on to say Hawaii mother and girlfriend accused of killing 3-year-old after. And this is just how sick and in denial about accountability that not just women singular or a woman singular, but women plural are. These two adult women were going to accuse the 5-year-old boy. I mean, it's sickening. Just read through the entirety here, and it's just it's disgusting. They conduct their investigation. They recognize that there's 3 other children that are all being malnourished, allowing them only 8 ounces of water a day. But then the closing quote of the article is the what does she say? Uh, Utley said, "Hell no! Did you see our cabinets? We have a lot of food." No, well, the surviving children are with the Child Welfare Services, which is Hawaii's version of Child Protective Services. And she'd already been sick, and this stuff, whatever happened to her, just was compounding everything else. But the children are 6, 5, 3, and 2. So there's the 3-year-old died. Now there's 6, 5, and 2. She was unresponsive on the floor. The emergency services said that she was ashen when the officers responded and transported to a hospital where she was pronounced dead because she was apparently already dead at the time. This is just this is 9 months ago, guys, and it was due. Her death is due to dehydration and starvation. Hawaii, I've never been there. Those of you that have, I mean, you can let anybody know if this is wrong, but Hawaii is a very muggy, very humid climate, and you need to be hydrated in a muggy climate. Climate, especially children, man. This is anyway. As I keep hammering, and I'm not intending any disrespect to the victims, I want to highlight that March is Women's Month, and that these people, you can be celebrated. I mean, they've already got Mother's Day, but why an entire month? This is absurd, especially with the numbers of these violent murderers and abusers. It's just this is very, very, very depressing. Archive these links and print out these reports and send the links on Twitter to your representatives and ask them to do something about this. This is unacceptable. Until then, thank you for watching. Send your condolences and whatever you feel like doing to support these families that are surviving.